Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Build, where I build it and you guys approve upon it. So, we're looking at another one of my favorite decks today, that being Galaxy Photon. I've been playing the deck since back during the Zexal era, when the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, my favorite double tribute monster in the game, was introduced, used by Kaito, or Kite if you watch the dub. We're not here to talk about the anime, we're here to talk about Galaxy Photon, which is basically a rank 8 focused deck, which we'll go over more during the profile. So, without further ado, let's look into this really fun deck, and let's build Galaxy Photon. Let's build Galaxy Photon. Alright, there we go. We did pretty well on the overall. So let's get into the deck profile so we can get you guys out there and playing some Galaxy Photon. So you're obviously going to play 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons, 3 Galaxy Knights, 2 Galaxy Bravers, 3 Galaxy Soldiers, 1 Photon Thrasher, 3 Photon Banishers, 2 Galaxy Clerics, 3 Photon Orbitals, 3 Galaxy Wizards, 1 Raigeki, 3 Photon Sanctuaries, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 3 Galaxy Expeditions, 2 Galaxy Trances, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Twin Twisters, 3 Galaxy Zeros, and 1 Tachyon Transmigration. Then you are also going to play Galaxy Eyes Doesn't Matter Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, Galaxy Eyes, or Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, the non-Galaxy Eyes Cyber Dragon Infinity, Cyber Dragon Nova, Star Liege Lord Galaxian, Star Liege Photon Blast Dragon, and 2 Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragons. So this is a rank 8 deck. The main premise is to get out Soul Flare Dragon, and then get out combinations of either Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, Cyber Dragon Infinity, or any of the other Galaxy Eyes monsters, and then beat them in the face. You can end this with multiple negates. So what's the strategy besides rank 8s? As you saw during the replays, you want to go first, set up multiple negations, survive your opponent's turn, and then counterattack for massive damage. The deck plays really well into that. It's no Crusadia, but getting out Galaxy Eye Soul Flare only requires 2 monsters, light attribute, 1 with 2,000 or more attack. Most of this deck has 2,000 or more attack on the monster board. They can basically special summon themselves pretty easily. And also you have the power of Photon Sanctuary, giving you 2 tokens that can go into Soul Flare. On the rank 8 front, you not only have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, but Galaxy Knight can be normal summon without tribute as long as you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. Braver can special summon himself from the hand by revealing a Photon monster, such as Galaxy Eyes, but you have to be careful because whatever you reveal, he will take the level of. This does mean that if you reveal, say, Photon Banisher, he will come in as a 4, which is why we do play some rank 4s down here, specifically Galaxion and Photon Blast Dragon. This Galaxy Soldier can special summon himself by discarding sending 1 other light monster from your hand to the graveyard. He will be in defense mode. He can help you set up for Soul Flare, or if you can get 2 of them, you can go into Nova, which can then go into Infinity, because they are level 5 light attribute machines. This is really easy to do, since when he is special summoned, once per turn, you can search a Galaxy monster from your deck. The thing to look out for with Galaxy Soldier, though, is although this is a very powerful card that is used in basically any light attribute focused deck, because it gives you access to Infinity, don't be blinded and always go into Infinity. This is great search power and is an enabler for basically almost all of your combos, but you can be blinded and narrow focus in on Infinity, which can cause you to misplay in the long run. And I don't want you guys to have the problem that I did during testing and even during my playing duels for this episode. So then you go into Photon Thrasher, who can special summon himself from the hand like Cyber Dragon, but he cannot be normal summoned or set, which is why you only want to play him at 1. Banisher can special summon themselves, and if he's attached as Xyz material, that Xyz monster will banish any monster it destroys. You don't really Xyz summon with him too often, though, because the primary principle is the fact that if he's special summoned, you get a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and he's 2,000 attack points, so you can special summon him to go into Soul Flare. Galaxy Cleric really should be dropped to 1 because she can be bricky. It's not exactly a very good overall card to normal summon, but if it is normal summoned or special summoned, you can target up to 5 Photon and or Galaxy monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them back into the deck to draw 2 cards. It can really help you get back into the game late game. But otherwise, she's just sitting in your hand and can be used to attach to a Xyz material as long as it is a Photon or a Galaxies. But again, that's not overall very beneficial in the long haul, because you are not looking to go into the long game very often. So I suggest actually dropping this ratio down to 1. I survived on 2 pretty well, but you could easily run a 3rd Galaxy Braver and drop Cleric down to 1. Photon Orbital, on the other hand, is a much better card to be running at 3. It does equip itself sort of like an old school Union, but it gives 500 attack, and that card cannot be destroyed by battle, which can be pretty useful. Not the greatest of protections in the modern game, but the secondary effect is where this card can really shine, because you can send the equipped card to the graveyard to add a Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to hand except for itself, which sets you up for your plays, which makes it very useful during your first turn to enable your combos, obviously. Galaxy Wizard, while on the field, contribute itself to search out a Galaxy card, so again, more combo enabling, and also once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4 until the end phase, allowing you to go into rank 8 plays from there. Raigeki is a great card, but on the other hand, it could easily be taken out for possibly a little bit of Solemn Package or hand traps. This is a go first deck. I did run the Raigeki because it's useful on the second turn when you counterattack, but if you do open it, it is a dead card on your first turn while you're trying to set up. You're going to want to run 3 of your Photon Sanctuaries, though, because it is a free Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon if you have to, but more importantly, it is a Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon, because it just produces 2 tokens. The thing to look out for is you cannot summon other monsters the turn you activated except for light monsters. So, do be careful because it will lock you out of Doesn't Matter Dragon, which I think is the only dark in the whole deck. Yep, it's the only dark in the whole deck. Take that, Gozen Match from the Salamangreat player. Now, Reinforcement of the Army allows you to search out most of the deck at this point, because there's very few cards that are either spellcasters or machines, or I guess dragons in the case of Galaxy Eyes. Most of the rest of the deck is warriors, so this can search out any combo pieces you need, except for, unfortunately, good old Galaxy Soldier. But we have other ways to access him. Out of breath again. Galaxy Expedition, as long as you control a level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster, allows you to special summon another one from your deck in defense position. So, I mean, Xyz, right there, just boom. Get out a level 5 or higher, say, I don't know, Galaxy Soldier, or Galaxy Knight, or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Pop that, pop down an Expedition, get the other one, go into an Xyz play. Galaxy Trance is pay 2,000 life points to target a Photon monster in your graveyard, special summon both it, and a Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level. Both have to be in defense position. Each monster's attack becomes 2,000 and their effects are negated. And you cannot normal or special summon monsters during the turn you activate this card except for Galaxy or Photon monsters, which this entire deck basically is. So, this is just more enabling, because it can get you back in the game, or with just a little bit of setup, say tossing things off of Galaxy Soldier's effect, you can reset up your board to extend your combos even further. Monster Reborn is another card that is great for extending or getting you just a little bit back into the game later on. Twin Twisters is the only card that I definitely think you might want to take a step back down from. MST would work just fine, would probably work a little bit better. Cosmic Cyclone would work a little bit better. Just this deck does require a lot of resources in your hand, and I found multiple times while playing this deck that discarding one card was a little bit too high of a cost. Although, it does set up for your Galaxy Zeros and Galaxy Trance plays. Galaxy Zero, you can target a Photon or Galaxy monster, and it basically from that point mostly operates like a, I almost said Foolish Burial, but God, these profiles are sucking. I can never remember the name of this card anymore.
2 hours later.
Premature Burial. It operates like a premature burial for the archetype, but it does provide a little bit of battle protection, and also it can, when it protects from being destroyed, it sends itself to the graveyard and then makes that monster's attack 0. But to bring back and go into an Xyz play is most of what you're going to do with this card. Transmigration can easily be taken out for more solemn or hand traps, but I kind of found it a little fun to tinker with, because I don't get to tinker with cards like this very often. But if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, which most of the time you're going to end on a board with a Galaxy Eyes on board, you can negate the activations of your opponent's spell trap cards and monster effects activated before this card in this chain. Pretty good. I mean, you're negating all of your opponent's cards that exist in the chain before it, but even better is if you do, shuffle the negated cards on the field into the deck. So if they activate a bunch of monster effects, you can just shuffle them all back in, and they won't get any floating effects from like BA or Shaddolls, and they have to regain those resources back from their deck, which is a lot harder than from their graveyard. Now, if you control Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, this card becomes a hand trap, but I don't go into Tachyon very often. So, besides the fact that you should always run a 15-card extra deck if you can, and online, it's very easy to run a 15-card extra deck, what are the Galaxy Photon extra deck monsters that matter? Your Soul Flare Dragon, because you can discard a Galaxy and a Photon, or a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on your opponent's turn to destroy a special summoned monster they control. Very useful. And when it is link summoned, you can target a Photon or a Galaxy monster in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. So you're getting back one of the resources you spent to make it, as long as you didn't use Photon Sanctuary. And if you did use Photon Sanctuary, you're not really losing out on that much. You do have your 2 rank 4s. This one allows you to special summon Galaxy Eyes from your hand or deck. And this one is actually really good on its own. But you don't go into the rank 4s very often, so they don't really matter too much in this case. Nova and Infinity are something you're going to end on quite a bit due to your Galaxy Soldier, allowing you to get it out very easily. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord is one of your major playmakers during your opponent's turn. You can detach materials, specifically, or you can detach any material to negate a monster's effect, and if it was a Galaxy card that was detached, you can destroy that card. And if it has a Photon, it can't be destroyed by battle. Or no, it's card effects. Isn't it card effects? Yes, it's destroyed by card effects. I don't know why I thought battle. And then during your opponent's turn, at any time, you can search your deck for a Galaxy or Photon card and attach it to this monster as material or add it to your hand. So depending on how things are looking, you can either give him more materials to use for further negations, or you can add cards to your hand to further your combos on your next turn to try to go for that big push to win the game. Hope Harbinger allows you to negate effects and is an overall powerhouse monster on his own. Cypher Dragon allows you to take an opponent's monster, turn it into a copy of this monster. Just only this monster can attack directly for that turn. Prime Photon Dragon allows you to detach a material, and he will gain 200 attack for each rank of all Xyz monsters currently on the field. So that's pretty handy on the overall for pushing for some big damage. Since he himself is a rank 8, that's 16, so you can push for 5,600 damage if necessary. But we have Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. He can detach a material to pop one monster on the board. He has a bunch of more effect text, but we're not running any equip cards, so his other effect is not important. The thing that is important is him, Cypher Blade, and Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. All can be Xyz summoned on top of a Galaxy Eyes Xyz Materia, or Xyz Dragon, a la Zodiac. And then on certain situations, you might be tempted, if you have 3 level 8s, to go into Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Why? Because when he is summoned using Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as any of his materials, all their face-up cards currently on the field have their effects negated. And you can attach from material to detach all materials from monsters your opponent controls, but it's only good if you're playing against an Xyz deck. Which, in the modern era, you're not going to be, because it's almost all links. Links everywhere. Link there, links everywhere.
2 hours later.
Go through 3-star UJAs, because that's all this formatting, or this link format has turned into. I digress. So, he's good for negating the field if you can get him out, and need to negate the field. You're not going to go into him too often due to how many resources he takes to make. So overall, that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have a deck you guys would like to see me build, so you guys can see either how it's played or kind of a good casual generic build of it, put it on down in the comments below, and I will look into making it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hey, have fun!